Welcome to the world of exploration. Welcome to the world of learning. Let's start exploring. Let's start learning. This is your very own educator, guru, preacher, teacher, friend, philosopher, guide, mentor, one and all. And this is the one stop destination that is English curricle, the Odyssey of education, right? You can contact us on the given number below and reach out to us, right? All right, so we are in today's session. What are we going to cover? We are going to cover Keeping Quiet, which is written by Pablo Neruda, right? A profound writer, an exquisite writer, uh, and who has written this monumental work, right? So, what are we waiting for? Let's dive deep into the recesses and let's start learning. All right, so I'll start with this beautiful quote that says, introspection leads to insights. Insights tell us what needs to change, right? And then another one, which is mine. If speech is silver, silence is killed, right? And you can contact us on this number and reach out to us, whatever queries, whatever inquiries, or whatever doubts you have. You can just let us know and we are there for you. All right. So this is your one-stop destination that is English Gurukul, the Odyssey of Education with Sukriti Joshi. All right. So we are going to discuss first and foremost the theme, right? So the poem advocates introspection, silence, and collective pause as tools for self-realization, peace, and global harmony. So if basically, what is this poem delineating? What is it talking about? It is talking about introspection, that is looking within, that is soul searching, right? It is talking about silence, right? That how silence holds a pivotal place and holds a great deal of importance. We think that only talking does everything, but no, if you'll stay silent, for example, I'll tell you to stay silent for 12 seconds. Now, this was a state of meditation, right? The state of being in silence, because right now you were focused, right? You were either you were having, a lot of thoughts or you were focusing on one thing. So when you're focusing on one thing, that means you're meditating. So basically, self realization dawns upon you, right? Peace and global harmony. These are the themes. Contact us on this given number and reach out to us. English Gurukul, the Odyssey of Education is the one stop destination for all of us to get connected, right? And to stay connected. Now we have the central idea. So we get to see that how Pablo Neruda urges humanity to pause all activity, stop speaking and acting for a moment, and engage in deep self reflection. The silence is not inactivity or death, but a healing pause. So we are not saying, or the poet is not saying that the fact that we are saying total stillness should be there. That means death should be there, or you just don't speak at all. No, it's for the healing purpose. So you have to pause. You have to the silence is not inactivity or death, but a healing pause. So you have to pause. You have to calm down yourself, right? In today's era, wherein there's a rat race and we all are running, there's urbanization, industrialization. I know meditation or taking a pause, taking a break would be very difficult, but that's what we are missing out on. We have to have that pause that allows humans to understand themselves and others better. So if you'll stay calm for a moment, you will understand yourself also better and you'll be able to understand others also in a better way. So now we will count to 12 and we will all keep still, right? As I have already counted, and you were supposed to stay still along with me. Now, what is the importance of silence when we say silent? Silence is, if speech is silver, silence is gold. Why am I saying that? This is my quote. By the way, that's what I believe in. So, silence helps us understand our inner selves. So, if you'll stay silent, you'll understand yourself better. You'll be able to figure out things that, you know, you thought were very difficult to figure out. So it promotes, and on top of it, it promotes peace instead of conflict. So if you'll stay calm, if you'll pause for a moment and think and reflect on your actions, you will understand that peace is more important. In fact, peace is something that we are aiming at in our lives. It's not about the conflict, it's about the peace, right? So it promotes peace instead of conflict. For example, nowadays, I don't know what all is happening in the world, but we have to promote peace over violence. It breaks the cycle of violence and exploitation. So we get to see that how it actually breaks the cycle that is there of violence and exploitation that is being done. So there is exploitation in each and every sphere of life. That's what we get to see. So we are supposed to do away with that, right? Then critique of modern life. So Pablo Neruda criticizes war and violence. Wars fought without understanding. So, wars are not rational at all. They are just fought without understanding. Only the humans, those people who do not understand what life is all about, they will have wars. Those who actually understand the beauty of life, for example, A Thing of Beauty by John Keats, it summarizes the beauty that the natural beauty that is there amongst us, but we aren't able to see that. Why? Because we are not taking a moment, we are not pausing for a moment to have a look at daffodils, to have a look at the rills, to have a look at the beautiful flowers, to have a look at the sky, to have a look at anything that is created by God. It is very beautiful, but mindlessly we are just you know uh, without understanding, we are having violence and wars. So exploitation of nature is there. Secondly, when war is there, exploitation of nature is there. Then materialism and mindless activity, as I've mentioned before. So there's this mindless activity that is going on, and there's lack of human connection. So there's no human connection, right? Then we move on to and you have to contact on this number in order to uh enroll in my course. And this is the one-stop destination that is English Gurukul, the Odyssey of Education. So symbolism would be counting to 12. So unity of completeness. So counting to 12, as I've even have pasted this image of a clock, which means counting till 12, which means unity complete, or completeness. So it symbolizes hours. So, for example, 12 hours or 12 zodiac signs. For example, from Aries to, the last zodiac sign, we have 12 zodiac signs. And yeah, so silence means, introspection, healing, understanding. So when we are talking about silence, silence refers to introspection, it refers to healing, it refers to understanding yourself, and stillness is the inner peace. So stillness is what? It is the inner peace. Not, it is not, you should not equate stillness. Some of the children, they start equating stillness with death. No, my dear. It's stillness should never be, equated with death. It is the inner peace that lies within us. Fishermen not harming whales. So there's this coexistence with nature. So otherwise, what happens is that, see, what happens is that we are talking about that how fishermen they tend to harm the whales. How? Because they are herein we are talking about that how, animals and humans, they should coexist with each other instead of, um uh, instead of not respecting each other, and um instead of just exploiting each other. That's not that shouldn't be the case, right? Exploiting the resources, exploiting the greenery, having the green wars, having the war with nature, having the war with animals, it's not the uh, essence of human beings, right? So it shouldn't be. So silence is not equated to death. The poet clarifies silence does not mean total inactivity. It is not equated with suicide or destruction. It is a pause to reassess life. So it's a pause. It's a break. Hold on, hang on, right? To reassess life. I want no truck with death. So I want no truck with death. What does that mean? I want no association with death. Clear? Then we come on to the message part. That means humanity needs self-reflection. So humanity, as humans, we all are interconnected, and we do have the concept of inner consciousness, right? And subconsciousness. So that through which it's a kind of a chain through which we are all connected. So we are all connected by a supreme subconsciousness, and by our conscious at the conscious level. So, peace begins with inner stillness. Understanding can prevent destruction. So, peace actually begins with inner stillness. So, when you are in peace, right, it begins with inner stillness. The moment you align your chakras, or the moment you align yourself, peace begins. Understanding can prevent destruction. So, understanding can actually prevent destruction, right? So, if you understand yourself, it can prevent destruction. Then we come on to and contact us on this number. Reach out to us if you have any doubts, if you have any queries, if you have any questions. Do reach out to us on this number. And this is the one-stop destination, that is English Curricle, the Odyssey of Education. All right. So we are now going to discuss the poetic devices. So we get to see let's not speak, let's not speak, let's not speak, let's not speak. So there is this device of repetition, right? Then we have imagery in fishermen and soil gatherers. So soil gatherers look at their hands, and what do they see? That their hands are their hands sensitive? Yes, too sensitive. They become too sensitive. Why? Because of what? Because of gathering salt. Now, salt, when you gather salt, right? Salt gatherers, when they gather salt, what happens is it reacts, right? And therefore, it causes certain wounds, right? So, imagery has been used over here. Symbolism, silence. Silence is symbolic. Counting to 12 is symbolic, right? Free verse, no fixed rhyme scheme. So there's no fixed rhyme scheme. And with this, we come to the end of the session. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, just give me a moment. Mm, yeah. So if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and show your support, guys. Uh, yeah, this is me, Sukriti Joshi, ma'am, signing off. Till then, let's all keep learning. Till then, let's all keep growing. Namaste, Radhe Radhe. Jai Shri Krishna.